Hey cuties, I'm Lanikia and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is the Bold and the Beautiful edition. Today is Tuesday, November the 1st, 2022. Happy new month to you. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give this a 7. Really, for Bill telling the truth, nothing but the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, he needs a 10. And just share with the rest of them. All right, so we see Paris and Hope. They're in there. They're in the fitting room. Paris and Hope are putting the final touches to Petra's gown. She looks gorgeous. I said, well, if y'all could have models all up through here, why have y'all been? Anyways, and they just say, okay, everything is working out beautifully. And Hope is just bragging to Paris about, you have been such great help. Petra's been such great help. And of course, I couldn't do this without Thomas. But then Liam is there and he hears this, but he comes in and he knocks, and Petra and Paris leave. And Liam is just, because he was proud until she said that Thomas thing. So he's just like, you got a minute? She's like, no, I'm so glad you're here. I could use a break. It's just so stressful. But she's excited. And he's excited too. He just says he wish it wasn't all this work with Thomas. And she's like, oh, I don't want to hear this. And he says, well, I mean, how do you expect me to feel? You're going away for a weekend with him. I said, wait a minute, Liam. We didn't discuss this. I thought they brought it up and you needed to go and tell Hope that ain't happening. But apparently Liam has no backbone. Y'all too soft. Y'all too soft and too nice. Uh-oh. I kept Paris in. My bad, Paris. Y'all too, well, this is much airtime as she gonna get, but y'all are too soft and too nice. You need to go ahead and tell Hope, girl, you're not going with him for the weekend. I don't care where you think you stand in the own room. No, and I'm not invited. Now, Hope, you got to put your foot down and tell little Douglas, I know you want your parents, but your mommy has a daddy and Beth has a daddy. I mean, your mommy has a husband and Beth has a daddy, and that wouldn't be right for him. Like, what? Oh, but anyways, so Hope is just like, she's so stressed out and she don't want to talk about this anymore. And he says, what concerns me is that we both used to be on high alert when it came to Thomas. But the fact that I still am, your mom still is, but you're just like, he's changed. That's what's concerning Liam. He says, you don't see Thomas for what he is and who he is. And she's just like, I don't want to argue about this anymore. He's like, all right, cool. And so he leaves and he meets up with Bill, the truth teller, because Bill says they're sitting down at the restaurant and he's telling Bill everything that's going on. And Bill said, man, you are ruining my appetite. How you gonna let her go and stay the weekend? And Thomas says, well, what could I do? He was like, put your foot down. Exactly, Bill. Bill is like, why is this little boy calling shots? I'm just saying. Who said that children got to say, I want my real parents to be together? He said you were his dad when his real dad, air quotes, was kissing mannequins. Say it again. Say it again for the ones who keep trying to defend Thomas and say he's not unstable. Say it again. He said Douglas shouldn't be able to run anything. He is a child. He needs to understand that his mom is married to you. And so there are no away trips. He said, well, Hope was going to have her own room. He said, it doesn't matter. She's still going away the weekend. Like, if anything, Liam should be able to go as well. And then if Douglas wants to do something when it's just them, they could do like a little outing, a family outing. But as far as I want my real parents to go away the whole weekend, heck no. It's not happening. I said, Bill, talk to your son. Talk to him and get some common sense through him, because I've tried. It's not working. And let's move on. I mean, it really, when you watching this, it's just so baffling. So then we see Justin and Steffi talk. He ain't do nothing but fill out some contracts, and he said his same thing where he's trying to use his power for good. Now Steffi said that's great, and let's move on. So then Douglas comes in, right, and he says, yeah, everything is going great with Hope's line. Hope of the Future, I think that's what it called. It's Hope Foundation. It's something. And he says, especially since Hope thinks I'm hot. I said, Thomas, I thought you weren't gonna tell Steffi. I thought you weren't going to tell, but you couldn't wait to say something. You can't wait. You can't let it go. Whew, child. So then Finn hears this and he's like, "What? Hope thinks you're hot." She said, and Steffi's like, "You better be glad it was Finn who overheard you saying that and not Steffi or Liam." And then they go on about how what's this going on with between you and Hope. Steffi is asking him, and he says, "Well, we've been working together and we're getting close, and Douglas, he really wants us to be the family." And Steffi said, "Wait a minute, stop, let me hold the phone, because I see the look in your eyes." And he said, "What?" And she said, "No, I've seen that look before. Don't get obsessed with Hope." And he was like, "No, I'm not. I'm just saying Douglas really wants us to be a family and love each other." And she said, I see there that look go again. And he was like, "What is it?" And she said, "No, I see the look that you're doing, Thomas. And first, you need to know Hope is with Liam. She is married and she's not going to leave her husband for you. So you have to stop this obsession." I said, even Steffi sees how obsessed he is when it comes to Hope, and how she has to keep an eye out on Liam, because, baby, it's meant to be rough up through here. But whatever, it's whatever. Everybody, Hope doesn't want to believe it, even though Brooke sees it. Brooke sees it. Liam sees it. Bill sees it. Now Steffi sees it, but Hope doesn't want to believe it. But even Finn was like, "Yeah, just co-parent and just chill out." But Thomas still is like, we have a relationship, and we're good together, and it's just the way he's talking. And so Steffi is concerned. So when Thomas leaves, she tells Finn that she knows she's overprotective of him. But Finn's like, "I get it." And she was like, I bet you're glad you're a single child or whatever. And he was like, an only child. And he was like, "No, sometimes I wish I had like a sibling." But she again expresses her concern about Thomas and his attraction or his feelings towards Hope. And she says, "I wonder what Liam is thinking about all of this." So I don't know, child. Liam ain't got no say in this. It doesn't matter what he thinks. So then Hope is talking to Justin. Wait, no, no, no. Mommy's working as soon as she's done. So then Hope is talking to Justin, and he's telling she's telling him, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much for getting all of this done." And he says, "No problem." Then he leaves, and then it's Hope and Thomas again. And she goes to telling Thomas, "I'm just so glad that you're I've seen the change in you no matter what's going on, and I'm appreciative of how much you co-parent." Because Petra had asked Thomas out, but he told her no, because he hasn't been able to spend a lot of time with his son. I said, "Really? Then why hasn't he went home?" Because I thought that was the whole point. But anyways, I digress. So he can't go out with her after the show, after Hope's show. And she was like, "Oh, okay, but it's nice to see you're a great dad. You're hot and a great dad." And so that's when Hope went to going and telling him how much she appreciates him and how much she loves that he's been helping her, and he's so talented. And so he starts saying, "It's all you, Hope. You're the creative one. You let people work, and your show is going to be great, and I can just see it." So then he starts having this fantasy, telling her how the show's going to turn out great, and then you're going to walk out, and I'm going to be watching, and you're going to take a bow, and you're going to look beautiful. And I said, "You mean you're talking to her like you're her husband, like you're her man, like you're her boo? Like, what are you doing?" And Hope says, "Well, I hope everything works out the way you say." And I said, girl, bye. And y'all, that was the bold and the beautiful today. I'm not going to hold you long, because honestly, I'm in training and I got to get back. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Happy new month to you. Goodbye.